हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। तो आज हमारे पास एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक है जिसको सुन के आपको बहुत मजा आएगा। एंड इफ यू रिमेम्बर, इस टॉपिक के ऊपर ऑलरेडी बहुत सारे लोगों ने बोला है कि दे वर इंटरेस्टेड इन नोइंग अबाउट द डिबेट बिटवीन गांधी एंड अंबेडकर। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। सबसे पहले थोड़ी सी जानकारी अबाउट महात्मा गांधी। तो his proper name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. He was born on 2 October 1869 and he died in 30 January 1948. He was a lawyer who got uh, his degree from Britain and कि उन्होंने हमारे जो नेशनलिस्ट मूवमेंट है उसमें कितना ज्यादा रोल प्ले किया। उन्होंने नॉन वायलेंस एक बहुत बड़ा थ्योरी कह सकते हैं या एक बहुत बड़ा कॉन्सेप्ट कह सकते हैं, नॉन वायलेंस वो दिया था। और उन्होंने ब्रिटिश रूल से हमें इंडिपेंडेंस दिलवाने में बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले किया था। हे इंस्पायर्ड मूवमेंट्स फॉर सिविल राइट्स। उन्होंने लोगों के सिविल राइट्स के लिए भी आवाज। बहुत समय तक इंडियंस को पता ही नहीं था दैट व्हाट काइंड ऑफ राइट्स दे हैव एंड दे शुड डिमांड। तो इन सब चीजों के बारे में महात्मा गांधी ने गाइड किया था एंड ही transformed that guidance into a mass movement. Okay, so therefore he plays an important role. और महात्मा गांधी साउथ अफ्रीका भी गए थे। ही ऑल्सो प्लेड अ वेरी बिग रोल इन साउथ अफ्रीका। वहां पे ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट का जो डिफरेंस था उस टाइम पे, उस चीज को मिटाने में उनका काफी बड़ा रोल था। सो लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द अदर पर्सन हु इज अम्बेडकर। तो हिज proper name is Bhim Rao Ramji Ambedkar. He was born on 14 April 1891 and he died on 6 December 1956. Everyone knows that he is also known as the father of constitution. सब बच्चों को पता है कि उन्होंने क्या रोल प्ले किया है हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मेकिंग में। एंड ही वॉज अ पॉलिटिकल लीडर एंड ही ड्राफ्टेड आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। बट आई वुड लाइक टू क्लियर समथिंग। हम लोग पूरा का पूरा क्रेडिट इन्हें दे देते हैं, बट देयर वर टोटल 6 members in drafting committee and you should also know about them. If you want to know about them, you can comment down. But आज हमारा टॉपिक है डिबेट, so I am going to stick with this topic. And Assembly of India and the first draft of Sir Pangal Narsingh Rao, Ambedkar served as Law and Justice Minister in the first cabinet of Jawaharlal Nehru. ये हमारे Law and Justice Minister भी थे। And later he was converted to Buddhism और उन्होंने काफी सारे बुद्धिस्ट दलित मूवमेंट्स को भी शेप किया था। नाउ गांधी इज पर्सपेक्टिव। सबसे पहले मैं आपको कुछ बातें बता दूं गांधी जी के बारे में। प्रोफेसर हुमायूं कबीर ने कहा है दैट गांधी जी इज नॉट अ फिलोसोफर, ही इज अ मास स्ट्रेटेजिस्ट, मास साइकोलॉजिस्ट। मतलब गांधी जी सिर्फ एक फिलोसोफर नहीं है, ये एक ऐसे इंसान है जो मास स्ट्रेटेजी को समझते थे, एक मास साइकोलॉजी को समझते थे कि एक बड़े मूवमेंट को कैसे शेप दिया जाता है। एंड वन अनदर पर्सन जिसे CF एंड्रयू कहा जाता है, ही ऑल्सो सेड दैट गांधी जी's लाइफ इज इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय हिंदू फिलोसफी। कि गांधी जी की जो लाइफ थी वो हिंदू फिलोसफी से इन्फ्लुएंस हुई थी। अब गांधी जी ने किस किस चीज के बारे में बोला है? रिफॉर्म नॉट रेवोल्यूशन। मतलब वो कहते थे कि हमें रिफॉर्म करना है, रेवोल्यूट नहीं करना है। Gandhi advocated for reforming the caste system, emphasizing the need to eliminate untouchability. वो कास्ट सिस्टम को रिफॉर्म करना चाहते थे, अनटचेबिलिटी को एलिमिनेट करना चाहते थे, मतलब खत्म करना चाहते थे। Everyone knows that untouchability played an significant role in Indian culture or Indian society. While you can experience it a little bit near you, okay? While maintaining the overall social order based on Varna system, गांधी जी कभी भी वर्ना सिस्टम को खत्म नहीं करना चाहते थे। Those who don't know about Varna system, हमारे हिंदू ग्रंथों के अनुसार, हमारे धर्म शास्त्र और धर्म सूत्र के अनुसार, there are 4 वर्नास। फर्स्ट, ये वर्नास जो हैं ये एक सीक्वेंस में होते हैं। टॉप पे आते हैं ब्राह्मण, एंड देन क्षत्रिय, एंड देन वैश्य, एंड एट लास्ट शूद्र। सब वर्णों के अलग काम होते थे एंड दिस वर्ना सिस्टम used to decide the work of a person and his status in the society. Next is moral and spiritual approach. Gandhiji believed in a moral and spiritual approach, emphasizing the importance of personal transformation and societal upliftment through education and social integration. तो वो हमेशा से emphasize करते थे कि इंसान को personally transform होना होता है and he needs social upliftment, but it can only be attained through education and social integration. और वो हमेशा moral और spiritual approach को भी मानते थे कि इंसान में मोरल अप्रोच होनी चाहिए, स्पिरिचुअल अप्रोच होनी चाहिए एंड अ पर्सन शुड बी uplifted in society and it could only be done with education. यूनिटी ऑफ इंडिया पे महात्मा गांधी का बहुत बड़ा रोल है. दैट्स व्हाई he paid more attention towards mass movement. महात्मा गांधी को ये बहुत पहले रियलाइज हो गया था that independence is not just for the poor or not just for the richer person, it's for whole India. That's why he said that India needs independence with every single person's contribution. Gandhiji stressed the importance of national unity and the need for all communities, including Dalits, to be integrated into larger Hindu society. Dalits or either untouchability or whatever those norms at that time, he included every caste, every clan of the society in mass movement, which resulted in unity of India. अपोज्ड सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट्स. गांधी जी का पर्सपेक्टिव था कि वो सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट को मना करते थे कि ये चीजें नहीं होनी चाहिए. ही बिलीव दैट ग्रांटिंग सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट फॉर दलित वुड क्रिएट फर्दर डिवीजन विद इन हिंदू सोसाइटी एंड हिंडर द प्रोसेस ऑफ सोशल इंटीग्रेशन. उनका ऐसा मानना था कि अगर सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट दिया जाएगा दलित को तो ये और ज्यादा डिवीजन को, और ज्यादा डिफरेंसेस को, डिस्क्रिमिनेशन को पैदा करेगा, which will be harmful for the society. So these were the perspective of Gandhi, and now we'll look into the perspective of Ambedkar. इनकी डिबेट हुई ही इस वजह से थी because they both have different point of views. First of all, Gandhi ji doesn't wanted to eliminate caste system, whereas Ambedkar was clear to reject the caste system. He always wanted to eliminate the caste system from the society. Ambedkar advocated for the complete dismantling of the caste system, viewing it as inherently unjust and based on religious authority. He always said that it is just a way of torturing person or exploitation. He always said that one clan sees another clan as an alien, which is not beneficial for the society. That's why he always advocated for the elimination of caste system. Political and legal approach. Ambedkar was also a political leader. That's why he had political approach. He believed in securing political rights and legal protection for Dalits. आप सबको पता ही है that nowadays where we see reservation, it is given by Ambedkar to those person because he believed that every person should have political rights and legal rights. He advocated for separate electorate, whereas Gandhiji refused separate electorate. Gandhiji always said that if we'll give separate electorate for Dalits, it will increase the discrimination. Whereas Ambedkar believed that if we do not give the separate electorate, the majority will suppress the minority. Dalit self-respect and empowerment. Ambedkar always paid attention toward the empowerment of Dalits. Ambedkar prioritized the self-respect and political empowerment of Dalits, believing that their liberation required a fundamental shift in power dynamics. I hope it is clear to you. Critique of Hindu society. Whereas Gandhi ji always supported moral and religious approach, on the other hand, Ambedkar was a critique of Hindu society. He was highly critical of Hindu social structure and questioned the sincerity of Gandhi's effort to address untouchability. He even said that Gandhiji is confused towards religion. Now we'll look into more deeper. First of all, Gandhi ji read some religious texts. So many philosophers and many people had said that really, these religious texts played a significant role on the mind of Gandhiji, and his all the theories and all the concepts were based on these books such as Bhagavad Gita, Bible, Ramayana, Quran, and Gandhiji is also known as phenomenologist. So the first topic is origin of caste. So we'll see what he says about origin of caste. फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज ऑफ गांधी जी. मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी उनके पर्सपेक्टिव बता दिया, उससे आपको थोड़ा सा क्लियर हो गया होगा, बट नाउ विल सी कि इनके वर्ड टू वर्ड क्या डिबेट्स थी. फर्स्ट, इन हिज व्यू ऑफ ओरिजिन ऑफ कास्ट, Gandhi's idea somewhat resembles that of Plato's myths of metal. Gandhi believed that each person is born with one of three natural qualities: sattva, raja, and tama. So, many of you have read about Plato, and if you haven't and want to know about Plato, you can comment down. Plato is a very famous philosopher. If you had studied philosophy in your school or graduation or post graduation, you have definitely read about him. He gave many theories, and his one theory was resembled by गांधी जी, that is myths of metal. तो गांधी जी का ऐसा माना जाता है कि जो गांधी जी की थ्योरी है, it is somehow related to Plato's theory of myths of metal. Gandhi ji believed that each person is born with one of the three natural qualities. मतलब हर इंसान में तीन क्वालिटीज होती है. वन, सत्वा, that is quality of causing virtue. Second, raja, which is quality of causing passion or bravery. Tama, quality of causing dullness. So these three qualities every person have. Whereas Plato also said that soul is made of three things. जैसे महात्मा गांधी ने तीन चीजों में बांट दिया है हर इंसान की क्वालिटी, मतलब हर इंसान में तीन क्वालिटीज होती है, वैसे ही प्लेटो ने कहा है कि हर सोल जो होती है वो तीन चीजों से बनी होती है. फर्स्ट वन इज रीजन, विच इज गोल्ड थिंकर. और इन लोगों को कह सकते हैं दैट दे आर बोर्न टू बी रूलर्स. नेक्स्ट, करेज, who are known as silver thinker, and they are used to be soldiers because they have courage. And at last, appetite से आपको पता ही है, भूख. तो उन्हें कॉपर थिंकर कहा गया है बिकॉज दे आर द प्रोड्यूसर. सो एक तरीके से प्लेटो ने भी सोसाइटी को तीन हिस्सों में बांट दिया कि सोसाइटी में एक रूलर होगा, एक सोल्जर होगा, एक प्रोड्यूसर होगा, हु विल provide everything to everyone. In same way, Gandhi ji has also divided the society in three qualities: sattva, raja, and tama. It means that Gandhi ji has never wanted to eliminate the caste system, whereas Ambedkar had different view for this. According to Ambedkar, there used to be tribal way of life, there used to be tribal wars. तो उनके according एक time पे there were people who had tribal way of life, like living in jungles and hunting the animals and just wearing the clothes of leaves. That was the way of living. And tribal wars, that one kabila used to invade on other kabila, and those were the wars which were going on that time. Gradually some tribes started settle life, but कुछ टाइम के बाद क्या हुआ, some started a settled life. मतलब कुछ लोगों ने बसना स्टार्ट कर दिया. They started having a proper house and proper communities. When settled life started, agriculture started. जब settled life started, then agriculture got also started, and this started the practice of cattle rearing and not killing cattle for food as it was not needed. When agriculture started, हम सबको पता है कि पहले हम लोग जानवरों को मार के खाते थे, but when we started doing agriculture, we started to rear cattle. हमने जानवरों को पालना शुरू कर दिया because we understood the need of them, and we wanted to use them for our use, such as for milk or for their fur so that we can use them, okay, and not eat them. इस तरीके से रहने में फर्क आ गया, दो तरीके से लोग बट गए, एक जिसने कैटल रियरिंग की प्रैक्टिस स्टार्ट कर दी एंड अदर who lived as they were living initially, like a tribal way of life, and this raised the difference between them. At one place, the tribe who was living their initial life, they started living in that way only, and the other person जो अच्छे से well settled रहने लगे थे, वो आगे बढ़ते गए, and it created difference between the society. Or according to Ambedkar, it's just a way of living and there should be no caste system. It's just a way of living. So that's why he always wanted to eliminate the caste system. Next point is continuation of caste system by Gandhi ji. What was his view? Gandhi ji क्या सोचते थे continuation of caste system? सो फर्स्ट वन ये जो था इट वॉज फॉर ओरिजिन ऑफ कास्ट सिस्टम. गांधी जी का मानना था कि तीन क्वालिटीज थी, इस तरीके से कास्ट बनी. और अंबेडकर का मानना था कि दो लोग थे, एक ने वैसे ही रहना शुरू कर दिया, एक ने सेटल रहना शुरू कर दिया, वो सेटल होते होते बहुत डेवलपमेंट की तरफ चला गया एंड इट स्टार्टेड द डिफरेंस. नेक्स्ट वन इज गांधी जी व्यू ऑन कंटिन्यूएशन ऑफ कास्ट. फिर कास्ट कंटिन्यू कैसे हुई? So he advocated that karma and dharma are the basic of caste system. You have already heard about karma and dharma. It is in Hindu mythology and in Hindu text, it is said that these are interrelated. These are dependent on each other. It means, I hope you know about it. So, what was Gandhiji's point? The hereditary occupation bestowed on a person, according to Gandhi, was his karma. Matla hereditary. For example, you are born in the family of Luhar. You know Luhar, जो लोहा बनाते हैं. Okay, leave that. You are born in the family of potters, तो आप hereditary occupation को follow करोगे, आप उसी चीज को आगे बढ़ाते जाओगे. It is your karma. Sorry, adhering to them was his karma होगा, ठीक है. हाँ, तो according to Gandhi was his karma and adhering to them was his. तो आप वही चीज काम करते जाओगे. इट इज योर कर्मा एंड इट इज ऑल्सो योर धर्मा कि आप उस घर में पैदा हुए दैट और तुम उस चीज को फॉलो करोगे जो आपको हेरिडेटरी से मिलता है. मतलब फॉर एग्जाम्पल जो आपको आपके खानदान से, आपके पूर्वजों से मिला है, यू हैव टू फॉलो दैट. इट मीन्स टू गिव लेजिटिमेसी टू कास्ट सिस्टम. ही वांटेड टू ब्रिंग हार्मनी बिटवीन कर्मा एंड धर्मा. एक तरीके से गांधी जी ने सपोर्ट करा है कि जो चीजें ये चल रही है वो चलते आती है. मतलब जो अगर लोहार के घर में पैदा हुआ है तो वो लोहार ही रहेगा, अगर सुनार के घर में पैदा हुआ है तो सुनार ही रहेगा. इट इज एज इट इज. ओके. एंड कुछ और बातें भी कही है गांधी जी ने. द रूट कॉज ऑफ अनटचेबिलिटी वॉज आइडिया सुपीरियोरिटी एंड इंफीरियोरिटी. तो गांधी जी का ये कहना था कि बात वो नहीं है कि काम क्या कर रहे हो, दिक्कत अनटचेबिलिटी में ये है कि वन इज फीलिंग सुपीरियर एंड अदर इज फीलिंग इंफीरियर. एंड हिज आइडिया वाज बेस्ड ऑन द मटेरियल पोजेशन बाय एन इंडिविजुअल. और ये काम से नहीं होता, ये इससे होता है कि आपके पास कितना पैसा है, कितना मटीरियलिस्टिक चीज है. इफ यू हैव plenty of materialistic things which are costly and any other person can't afford it, then you will feel superior. And if you don't have those things, you feel inferior. And this feeling of superior and inferior raises the concept of untouchability. There is no role of caste system. It is said by Gandhiji. He wanted to prove that the materialistic possession is the only cause of untouchability. Hence, to eliminate untouchability, he sought to destroy this very idea. मतलब वो superiority और inferiority का idea ही हटाना चाहते थे. Hence, he suggested that everyone should have equal payment, whether barrister or shudra, so that they can have equal material possession. तो उस चीज के लिए उन्होंने ये कहा that everyone should be paid equally, चाहे वो बैरिस्टर हो चाहे वो शूद्रा हो, तो ताकि वो चीजें इक्वली ले सके. They could have equal material position and then the feeling of superiority and inferiority will be eliminated, and then there will be no concept of untouchability. if सबके पास सेम जैसी चीज है, then why will anyone feel superior or inferior? So this was the point of Ambedkar. This was the point of Gandhiji. Now we'll see the point of Ambedkar. According to him, the root cause for continuity of untouchability was lack of education and the caste system was the main reason behind this. तो अम्बेडकर को ये चीज लगता था कि जो अनटचेबिलिटी है इसका मेन कॉज है लैक ऑफ एजुकेशन, कि लोगों को अपने राइट्स के बारे में पता ही नहीं है. नो वन नोज अबाउट देयर राइट्स एंड द मेन रीजन बिहाइंड दिस इज कास्ट सिस्टम. और इसके पीछे कि लोगों के पास एजुकेशन नहीं है, इसके पीछे रीजन भी कास्ट सिस्टम है. बिकॉज if you have read about Ambedkar, he came from a Dalit family where he used to go to school, but the teachers didn't allowed him to sit in the classroom. Teachers always told him to clean the classroom, to clean the blackboards, and to stand outside during the class. तो ये सब चीजें अम्बेडकर के साथ हुई हैं. एंड फॉर दिस ही थॉट दैट द मेन रीजन फॉर लैक ऑफ एजुकेशन अमंग द people is only one reason, that is caste system. Since the untouchables did not have education, they couldn't think the way of their salvation. मतलब अगर untouchables के पास education नहीं है तो उन्हें ये चीज पता ही नहीं है that they are becoming slave of other people. So they accept internal servitude as their incapable faith. और वो फिर उसी slavery को accept कर लेता है. Hence, as long as there is caste, there will be untouchability. और इस वजह से अम्बेडकर ने कहा कि जितना मतलब if there is caste, there will be untouchability and nothing can eliminate untouchability except the destruction of caste system itself. मतलब अगर caste system को हटाना है मतलब untouchability को हटाना है तो पहले caste system को हटाओ. Next is, I hope you are clear about this. Next we are having Hinduism. Hinduism पे क्या views थे गांधी जी के? Firstly we'll see that. So the essence of Hinduism, मैंने आपको पहले ही पर्सपेक्टिव में बता दिया. गांधी जी was a big supporter of Hinduism and religious approach. The essence of Hinduism is proclaiming truth as the only God and accepting ahimsa as the law of human family. So for Hinduism, he proclaimed that the only God is in Hinduism, that is truth. सच्चाई ही एक भगवान है and ahimsa as the law of human family. और अहिंसा जो है वो हमको एक human family में वो करता है, शेप करता है. अहिंसा is that non-violence. Okay, अहिंसा is non-violence and doing good things to others, saying good words to others, that is called ahimsa. Caste has nothing to do with religion and varna has nothing to do with caste. So ऐसा कहा था गांधी जी ने that caste has nothing to do with religion and varna has nothing to do with caste. The law of Varna teaches us that each one of us should earn our bread by following our ancestral calling. महात्मा गांधी का ये कहना था कि जो हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं, the Varna system is just अगर आपको नहीं पता है Varna system, it decides the duty of one person. For example, Brahmins, they were told to do puja and sacrifices and do yagyas and teach the children. At that time, the Brahmins were the only teachers who used to read Vedas and teach other persons. So it was their a way of earning bread. Rulers were the person who used to protect their empire and fought the battles. So it was a way of dividing the duties among people, which has a very strong impact on society. So Gandhi ji supported that and said it is just a way of earning our bread by following our ancestral calling. And on Ambedkar's criticism of Hinduism, Gandhi ji has said that to criticize Hinduism, Ambedkar has relied on spiritually degraded individuals who are not fit specimens of the faith. तो अम्बेडकर ने कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स लिए थे टू डिग्रेड हिंदुइज्म, बट उसके लिए गांधी जी ने आर्ग्यू किया कि वो उन इंडिविजुअल्स को उठा रहे हैं जो दे आर नॉट fit specimens of faith. मतलब वो they are not fit for faith only. They are liars and they are cheaters. So they can't be a good person. You are just picking out the bad person to criticize Hinduism. ऐसा कहना था गांधी जी का. And these morally incorrect people can be corrected by improving their personal character. Last में गांधी जी ने ये चीज कहा था कि they can be only corrected by their personal character and nothing can change them. So, according to him, Hinduism never played a role of destroying one's life and taking that person on a wrong path. On that, Ambedkar said he accepted that religion should not be judged by worst specimen but by the best one. ओके सो ये काउंटर था अम्बेडकर का कि उन्होंने कहा था कि रिलीजन जो है वो हमें वर्स्ट स्पेसिमेन से जज नहीं करना चाहिए बल्कि हमें बेस्ट से जज करना चाहिए. ये उन्होंने एक्सेप्ट करी थी. बट ही ऑल्सो क्वेश्चन वन थिंग, व्हाई द वर्स्ट आर फार आउट नंबरिंग द बेस्ट, कि वर्स्ट ज्यादा क्यों है. ही एज दो एग्जाम्पल्स दो एक्सप्लेनेशन एज्यूम करे थे अम्बेडकर ने. सो द फर्स्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन वाज the worst by nature are uneducable, hence they do not adhere to the good ideals of the religion. कि जो worst वाले हैं they are uneducable, मतलब वो पढ़े लिखे नहीं है. That's why उनको जो ये अच्छाई है religion की वो भी नहीं दिखती है. And second उन्होंने explanation ये सोचा था, the religious idol itself are wrong idols which has given wrong models twist to the lives of many. कि ये जो हमारे आइडियल्स हैं, जो रिलीजियस आइडियल्स हैं, दे ऑल्सो हैव गिवन द रॉन्ग एग्जाम्पल्स. दैट्स वाई द पीपल आर ऑल्सो लर्निंग रॉन्ग एग्जाम्पल्स एंड फॉलोइंग द रॉन्ग पाथ. He rejects the first man and at last itself Ambedkar rejects the first one and accepts the second one. He contends that any attempt to change the personal character is waste of energy because untouchability has nothing to do with personal character. So this was said by Ambedkar at last after accepting the second thing. And at very last, Ambedkar has said an statement that I do not know how a person who rejects caste varna can call himself a Hindu. It was said by Gandhiji to Ambedkar. And at last, Ambedkar said that Mahatma Ji is confused. He doesn't know about anything. और उसको वो और ज़्यादा shape देने के लिए he said that he is a political leader, he is a political person. That's why he is giving diplomatic answer to keep everyone happy. So this was the debate of Mahatma Gandhi. If you like the video, if you want more explanation, more facts, and if I can make part 2 of this video too, and if you are interested, you can comment down and please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.